don't you make it? No.
Hello, everybody. Thanks for watching. Hope you're having a good weekend. Had some kids, had some other young people wanting me to talk about computer OSs, operating systems. And while this vlog, this channel, isn't really about technology, but a lot of them know that I have run Linux for a long time, and that recently the last of my Windows boxes were either converted over to Ubuntu or Kubuntu, however you want to pronounce it. The regular Ubuntu uses a GNOME desktop, and Kubuntu uses KDE Plasma desktop. And first off question I always get is, which one's better? Well, I don't really believe that either one is better. They're different. They do the same things differently. Is one better? Is KDE better than no? Well, I don't believe so, really. I don't think it makes any difference. There are also other desktops running on Linux that you can use, and overall it's the same thing, only a different way of doing the same things. I think it's more based off of personal preference than anything else. But the real deal is, why leave Windows? Well, since Windows 7, Microsoft, as far as operating systems go, has been making crap. And starting with 10 and then 11, it even got worse. They have, in my opinion, spyware and reporting spyware. They try to take control of your computer, trying to force you to use their browser and trying to force you to use their Bing search engine. And malware is where your computer does something you don't want it to do. They got malware all in 10 and really bad in 11. And so you're talking about bloatware, malware. I mean, they're putting stuff on my computer I don't want on my computer. Putting stuff on my screen I don't want on my screen. Reporting my activities back to them so that presumably they can sell it or whatever. It doesn't matter what they're doing with it. The fact that they're doing it on my computer without my permission is reason enough for their operating system to not be on my computer. Microsoft has created about 100 different issues with their operating system that I don't want to deal with. And I get rid of a bunch of it. We take one update or something like that, and they put it all back after I spent the time to take it off. And then some of the stuff I don't want, you cannot take off. It's a real problem. Okay? I had another browser that I installed with the icon on the desktop, and then I found that when I clicked on that icon to start that third-party browser, that it started Microsoft's browser. Well, that was kind of the last straw. They kind of went too far, and I got tired of dealing with it, so I'm not dealing with it. The other problem came because of the McAfee antivirus that I wanted to get off and put something else on, and it kept reinstalling itself. The Microsoft OS kept reinstalling it, disabling the one I put on without commands. They've got to the point where they're going to dictate what and how you're going to use your computer, what you're going to use, how you're going to use it, and reporting back to them, and all this bloatware for selling stuff that I don't want to buy and didn't ask to see. Microsoft has created, for guys like me in the tech world, Microsoft created a giant piece of crap, and I'm not willing to deal with it anymore. There's about 150 different distributions of Linux you can use. They got free BDS, which was made by Berkeley a long time ago. That works pretty good. I have friends that use it. There's a number of ways you can go. They got the Chrome OS, but I don't advise that because Google's gotten into the sharing of information on you as well. There's some big problems right now in the IT world amongst the tech giants who think that they own you, they can tell you what to do, they can take your information and use it any way they want. Microsoft and Google both do it. Microsoft is really bad because of their OS. But I do not advise people to use Chrome because of the same reason I don't advise people to use Windows or Mac, because they're all doing the malware, bloatware, spyware thing, where when you got their operating systems on your computer, you don't really own the operating systems. To a large degree, you can't control the operating systems. To take all of it off, you'd have to disable the entire operating system to remove it all because it's built in. And I'm just not going to deal with that. I don't have to deal with that, and I'm not going to deal with it. So for those of you out there that are wondering, well, why Linux? Well, I don't have to put up with any of that. My computer does what I want, when I want it, and how I want it. And if I don't like the way an app is behaving, I will uninstall it. It's that simple. So, if you want to know my reasons, for my servers have always had Linux on it now for 25 years, maybe. And when they started to not support NetWare, I started going to Linux. That's the bottom line. So I hope that now my motives have been totally revealed for however you want to take it. But no, I won't run any version of Windows since 7. No, I won't run Mac. No. And I'm not going to run, like Chrome, any Google operating system other than, for now, Android, which is also a Google operating system. But shortly, I think phones are going to start coming out with the true Linux system on the phone, in which case I will go to that versus Android, because of the reasons why I told you what Google's doing. Anyway, I hope this was useful. I hope you now know my intent, and have a good day. I'll see you in the next one. Bye-bye.